ABC News 4 Sports with Scott Eisberg.
What they play for. Good evening. I'm Scott Eisberg. The story is obvious. Somerville playing for the first state title since 2003. Playing for much more than that. Playing always backs against the wall. Playing always for Tripp. Head up to the capital city for this one. What a huge night for the Green Wave. Bottom two, defense. Big. Somerville's Tommy Brewster cuts down the runner at third. They've had such good outfield play all series long. Then top three, no score, Ricky Grayson. This is the hit of the day. Solo shot. That is long gone out of Lexington High School's field. Makes it 1-0 Somerville. Later in the inning, Bo Gobin. This guy was so huge the other night. The little fly out to right is misplayed by another JL man Patriot. That scores another run. It is 2-0 Wave. Bottom half of the inning. Bases loaded, one down for Bryce Leisure. Fielder's choice makes it a 2-1 ball game. We've got a tight one for a title. Bottom seven, still 2-1 Wave. Tying run on second, Sawyer Bridges. Strikeout. Nicely done for the future Gamecock. 2 on, 2 down, 1 more to go. A slow roller to first. Tough play, but number 19, Sawyer Bridges, final put out of the game. All in for Tripp. It ends with a title. 2-1 the final. First state title since '03. Darren Stoltzfus saw it all tonight. He joins us live now from Lexington. Darren, how unbelievable was that?
Scotty, what a night for Somerville, the Green Wave. There was a mist all night long, and it almost felt like there was a fog over the ballpark, like it was still a dream, like this wasn't real. I think they went through 5 elimination games in the past week and a half, and somehow Somerville found their way to Game 3, winner take all, here in Lexington, the 4A state championship of baseball, the biggest it gets in South Carolina. They throw their future Gamecock on the mound. He wears that number 19. And they win the trophy. They hold it up with Tripp Rayburn's jersey draped across it. That will be the lasting image of it. But what a night for the Somerville Green Wave.
You guys deserve to win the state championship. I said, but you've got to go earn it. I said, nobody's going to hand it to you. They're not going to just give it to you because you've been through adversity. You got to fight, you got to battle, and you got to scratch and claw for every single thing and just go earn it. And we did just enough to win it. You just got to get one more run than the other team. That's what we did.
You know, their strike zone, I mean, it was what it was. I just battled, and, you know, Coach Faulkner kept telling me, so you got to battle. You know, it's not there. You're living outside, but they're not giving it to you. So you're just going to have to throw it down the middle and let them hit it. And they hit me a little bit, but we just dug a little deeper that last inning. We just dug deeper than them, and we got it done.
And they did get it done. They got it done for Tripp. That was the goal at the beginning of the season. Tripp's parents still would come to some games, say hey to Banks Faulkner when he was coaching third base. This was a town-wide thing. This was so much green and yellow here tonight. The park could barely hold all the fans. They were lying down the sides. It was something special to be seen, Scotty. And what a moment when they held up the trophy with that jersey draped across it. This is a big state title for Somerville. This is one they'll remember for a long time. Live in Lexington, Darren Stoltzfus, let's go back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Darren. One parting shot for you tonight.
ABC News 4 Sports with Scott Eisberg.
Back at it. Good evening. I'm Scott Eisberg. Arch rivals Somerville and Ashley Ridge meeting on the diamond tonight. 2 nights ago, the crosstown rivals met, and Green Wave pitcher Bo Gobin threw a no-hitter. Take 2 of the 3 games set tonight. To Ashley Ridge High School we go there. Somerville head coach Banks Faulkner. 1-0 Somerville. It's Brock Tobin with a single to left. That scores a run, and the Wave are up 2-0 in 2 innings over the Swamp Foxes. But back comes Ashley Ridge. Man on for Gabe Austin. Future College of Charleston Cougar unloads on it. That's a long home run, 2-2 ball game. Bit later on, Somerville, bases juiced. Ashley Ridge pitches out of the jam. This one goes to 9 innings. Ashley Ridge wins it 5-4 the final over game winner. Gators win it 5-4 the final over the Gamecocks. High school playoff action tonight. Banks Faulkner and Somerville in a thriller with Sumter. No score into the 5th. Bases loaded. Future South Carolina Gamecock Sawyer Bridges strikeout ends the threat. Still scoreless. Bottom 5. Rusty Grayson bangs one out off the pitcher. 2 on, 2 out. But watch the Gamecocks. Look at that. They score. Score at 1-5-3. That play ends the inning. Bottom 6, finally, the Wave break through. William O'Brien rips it to right, brings in the go-ahead run. They'd add one more on a pass ball. Somerville over Sumter, 2-0 is the final score. Finally, Hanahan's flamethrower, NC State commit Malcolm Van Buren on the bump as the Hawks host Aiken in 3A. And how about the hurler early? Bit of a jam after a couple walks, gets the strikeout right there. Next batter, another K for Van Buren. And then why not one more? Van Buren will strike out the side. Kept things in check most of the day, but this one goes 8 innings. Aiken gets 7 runs in the 8th. Too much for Hanahan. Hornets win it 8-1 the final in 8 innings there in Hanahan.
All right. Good baseball this time of the year.
Great name, Malcolm Van Buren.
It's a great name.
It's a
Very
strong
presidential.
name.
Yes, I like that.
it.
All right. Final look at your weekend forecast when we come back.
Catch Sports 4 on the Bobby Harton Show.
Up looks very summer-like, kind of warm and humid as we go toward the middle of next week. Highs headed for the upper 80s. Dean and Victoria.
ABC News 4 Sports with Scott Eisberg.
On to Game 3. Good evening. I'm Scott Eisberg. It took until late in the night. 10 full innings of baseball, a performance for the ages, but the Somerville Green Wave, playing for their late teammate Trip Raven, continue to beat odds, continue to play baseball. It is a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow night against J.L. Mann in Lexington at 7. What Somerville did last night to get to this point, playing with backs against the wall, is pretty incredible. Bo Gobin on the mound, just insane, literally insane. He throws 10 innings, only allows 1 run. He throws 143 pitches, just a monster performance, and knocks in the first RBI of the game for Somerville. And then in the 10th, the Wave win on an error by the shortstop, so they survive and advance. What a moment, what a time.
We just had to get to Friday. I mean, that was our thing. I told our kids before the game, we only got to win one today, and then we'll figure out Friday when it gets here, and we got a shot. I mean, we get to go to L-Town, and I'm pumped about that. Kept telling our kids, don't run from it, embrace it, and want to play in a game like this. This is why we lift weights and do all the stuff we do in the fall, and the preseason is to prepare you for this moment so you're tough enough to handle it, and that's a tough bunch of jokers right there, man. I'm so proud of them.
This crowd here came watch the ball game. I think we gave them a ball game. So, I mean, hopefully they travel out to Lexington with us Friday. And we need a big crowd then, too. And whoever wears 19 next, hope they make them proud, you know?
How about Goose Creek native Pinewood prep grad Caitlin Dambaugh? Just incredible. Last week at NCAA Regionals for South Carolina.
Force Lindsay Maloney.
We miss him every day, but know he is smiling down and watching over us.
An emotional day for family and friends of Somerville senior Trip Raven.
Our goal is to always make him proud of us by how we play the game.
The Green Wave family remembered their teammate by playing in his honor Saturday, 3 months after he was killed in a car accident in Colleton County. The community is also showing their support for the teen, gone too soon. More than 1,200 shirts have been purchased that read "All in for Trip."
He inspires us every day and just makes us want to be the best we can be, just to make him proud. I mean, I put on our little bulletin board today. I mean, Trip's watching us play, just make him proud, and that's the best motivator I can give these kids.
Before the game started, the announcer read a quote from the 17-year-old.
I always strive to be my best, and I'm always trying to learn as much as I can, but I really enjoy making people smile.
Trip wore the number 19, and no player will ever permanently wear that number again. But in special circumstances, players will be chosen to represent Trip with that number.
Cameron Allman's going to be the first player to wear that, and it's going to go to a kid, in select games that has demonstrated the traits that Trip possessed, and so, I think it's fitting that he's the first one to wear it.
Cameron Allman was in the car with Trip the night he died. He pitched the last few innings of today's game and helped his team beat South Aiken 4-0. The team also wore special patches and sleeves to show Trip is with them in every single game.
Nothing we can do can bring Trip back, but we're just trying to make sure we honor him and let everybody know what he meant to us.
Lindsay Maloney, ABC News 4.
$6,000 has been raised from those shirts, and that money